Imagine this. You're sitting in a cafe in Florence, espresso in hand, laptop open, working on your business while looking out at the Duomo. You're not on vacation. You're legally living in Italy with full residency, access to Italian healthcare, and every weekend you can explore another UNESCO World Heritage Site. This isn't a fantasy. Italy's Digital Nomad Visa program makes this a possibility, and I'm going to show you exactly how to get it. I'm Brad with Evolution Expats, and over the past decade, I've helped hundreds of remote workers and digital nomads navigate visa programs across dozens of countries. Italy's program, launched in April 2024, is one of the most exciting opportunities in Europe right now, and in this video, I'm breaking down everything you need to know. Now, I'm going to walk you through the requirements, the application process, and what it actually costs to live in Italy as a digital nomad. But stay tuned because there are specific preparation steps and documentation requirements that trip people up, and I'm going to show you how to avoid those pitfalls. But before we dive in, if you're serious about international mobility, second residency, or second citizenship programs, hit that subscribe button right now. Immigration laws are changing constantly across the globe, and this channel gives you expert analysis and actionable intel the moment things develop. And leave a like so the content that I make for you gets sent to you. All right. Let's talk about why Italy's digital nomad visa program stands out in a world crowded with them. First, let's get real about what you're actually getting here. Italy offers you legal residency for 1 year, renewable annually as long as you maintain eligibility. You get access to Italy's healthcare system. You can travel throughout the Schengen zone, and you're living in a country with 61 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. That's more than any other country on Earth. The most recent addition, in July 2025, was the Domus de Janas, incredible prehistoric rock-cut tombs in Sardinia. And we're also talking the Colosseum, the Vatican, Pompeii, the Amalfi Coast, the canals of Venice, the Renaissance art of Florence. This isn't just about infrastructure and tax rates. This is about lifestyle and cultural immersion. You're in Central European time, which means you can easily coordinate with clients and teams across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East, such as Dubai. You're also connected to the rest of Europe by high-speed rail, and you're getting that Mediterranean lifestyle with world-class food, wine, art, and history. If you're a remote worker who values culture, lifestyle, and strategic European positioning alongside your work, Italy is hard to beat, and the program is designed to be renewable. So this isn't necessarily a one-year experiment. You could build a life here. Now, let's get into the eligibility requirements because this is where you need to assess whether or not you actually qualify. First, the income requirement. You need to demonstrate 28,000 euros in annual income. That's approximately 2,333 euros per month. Italy's requirement positions it competitively among European digital nomad programs. Now, other European countries have their own programs with different income thresholds, tax structures, and benefits. I've included a side-by-side comparison table in our guide showing all of the updated 2025-2026 requirements for Portugal, Spain, Estonia, Croatia, Malta, and others. That way you can evaluate your options strategically based on your income level and priorities. Now, as for your income, it can come from employment from any foreign company, freelance work for international clients, or business income from a company registered outside of Italy. The key here is that you cannot work for Italian companies or access Italian employment markets on this visa. Your income must be generated from outside Italy. If you're bringing family members, you'll need to demonstrate additional income through official sources, and there has been some inconsistency in the exact amount wanted. Some sources indicate an additional 780 euros, some all the way up to 5,800 for a spouse, with varying amounts for a child. It's critical that you verify the current family income requirements directly with your Italian consulate during the application process, as these figures can and do vary by consulate interpretation and may be updated. Now, how do you prove this income? You prove this income with employment contracts, client agreements, tax returns, or bank statements. The consulate is looking for consistent, reliable income, not sporadic gigs. If you're freelancing, document all your clients. If you're employed on a W-2 or a 1040, your company must confirm remote work authorization. Second, you need to meet the highly skilled professional requirement. This is critical. Italy is not issuing this visa to anyone who can work remotely. They want qualified professionals. You need to meet Italy's highly skilled professional requirement through one of these paths. 1, a bachelor's degree from an accredited university. A professional government license like engineering or architecture, or at least 5 years of professional experience with graduate level qualifications. ICT specialists need 3 years of relevant experience. If you don't have a degree, you need substantial documented professional experience to prove your expertise, such as a CPA license. The bottom line is this: you need to demonstrate real expertise and professional credentials. A bachelor's degree is the most straightforward path. This isn't a barrier for most established remote workers, but it does mean you can't just show up with a laptop and good intentions. Third, health insurance. You must have health insurance that covers you while you are in Italy for the entire duration of your stay. This needs to be comprehensive coverage, not just travel insurance. Many international health insurance providers offer plans specifically designed for expats and digital nomads that meet the Italian requirements. Expect to pay anywhere from 800 to 1,500 euros annually for qualified coverage as an individual. Fourth, accommodation. You need to show proof of suitable housing in Italy. This can be a rental agreement, a property deed if you own real estate, or even a hotel booking for your initial period. The key is demonstrating that you have a place to live when you arrive. Fifth, a clean criminal record. Italy will conduct a background check verification, and you need to provide a criminal background check as part of that from your home country of residence. This certificate must confirm that you have no convictions in the past 5 years for serious crimes. The document needs to be within 6 months and apostilled and translated into Italian by a sworn translator. You can get a list of sworn translators from the consulate you apply to. And finally, you cannot be an EU, EEA, or Swiss citizen because those individuals already have automatic work rights in Italy. This visa is specifically for non-EU remote workers. Now, let's walk through the application process because understanding the timeline and steps is essential for planning your move. The application process takes 3 to 6 months in total. First, you'll spend 3 to 4 weeks gathering documents, financial proof, letters from your employer, educational credentials, health insurance, accommodation arrangements, and your criminal background check. Then you'll take 2 to 3 weeks for translation and apostilling everything. Every non-Italian document needs a certified translation by a translator approved by the Italian consulate. Now here's the critical timing issue. You need to schedule your consulate appointment, and in many locations, that's a 2 to 3 month or more wait. So, start this process early. At your appointment, you will submit your complete application package. As of January 2025, you will also provide biometric data, which means fingerprints. You pay the consulate fees and administrative charges. Again, those will be listed consulate specific. Now, after your appointment, the Ministry of the Interior in Italy will review the application for 1 to 3 months. They conduct additional background checks and verify your professional qualifications if necessary. You may receive a request for additional documentation via the consulate. Once approved, you may travel to Italy to begin your stay. But first, when you arrive in Italy, you have 8 days to apply for your permesso di soggiorno at the local questura. That's the police headquarters. You submit your original documents again, your biometric data, and you receive your residence permit valid for up to 1 year. You will also register with your municipality for tax and social services purposes. That last part is important. Once you're in Italy with this visa, you become an Italian tax resident subject to progressive income tax from 23% to 43% on your worldwide income, plus potential Social Security contributions unless exempted by bilateral treaties. Depending on your home country, you could face double taxation scenarios. Italy has contracts with many countries where you would not. Again, this is something that you're going to want to check ahead of time. Italy is not a low tax jurisdiction for digital nomads. You absolutely need to be consulting with tax professionals both in Italy and your home country before making your decision. But for many people, the lifestyle, the culture, and the EU access make it worthwhile. Now, let's take a moment to talk about what it actually costs to live in Italy as a digital nomad, because the 28,000 euro income requirement is just the starting line. Your cost of living in Italy varies dramatically depending on where you choose to base yourself. You're looking at a range from 1,100 euros per month in southern Italy, in the smaller towns, all the way up to 3,500 in major cities like Milan or Rome. That's for everything: rent, food, utilities, transportation, entertainment, and perhaps co-working space if you use it. Now, our guide provides monthly cost breakdowns for Rome, Milan, Florence, Bologna, and southern Italy so you can budget accurately and choose a location that fits your lifestyle and income level the best. The strategic takeaway here is that Italy offers incredible flexibility, whether you're at the bare minimum 28,000 or earning 60,000 euros plus. there's an Italian lifestyle that works for your budget. For upfront investment, individuals should budget $15,000 to $41,000 for the first year. That covers your visa fees, document prep, health insurance, travel, residence permits, and living expenses. A family of 3 is looking at the higher end of that, $24,000 to $67,000 when factoring in additional costs. This isn't real money. It's an investment. But compare this to other European residency programs with their updated 2025-2026 requirements, and Italy offers serious value, especially when you factor in the lifestyle and cultural access you're getting. Now, I've just walked you through an overview of Italy's Digital Nomad Visa. You know the eligibility requirements and the application process and some realistic costs. But here's the reality. What I've given you is the framework that gets you started. The actual implementation, the document preparation, the consulate-specific nuances, the timing strategy, that's where months of research on your own comes in. But you can shortcut that entire process. Get a copy today of my comprehensive Italian Digital Nomad Visa guide at the link in the description, and it will get you to Italy faster than guesswork will on your own. I've taken everything that I know from helping clients successfully navigate this program, combined with extensive research on Italian immigration requirements, and I've put it in my guide. This is a premium resource that gives you everything you need to apply confidently and successfully. Here's a bit of what's inside. A complete document checklist with checkboxes so you know exactly what you need and you can track your progress. There's a detailed breakdown of the highly skilled professional qualification paths so you know which route you qualify under. There is a phase-by-phase application timeline with specific action items for each stage of the process. There is a city-by-city cost analysis with exact monthly expense ranges for Rome, Milan, Florence, Bologna, and southern Italy so you know exactly where you can afford to live. There is a comprehensive table of all European digital nomad programs with updated 2025-2026 income requirements, tax implications, and benefits so you can make the right choice for your situation. There is a total investment analysis for both individuals and family applications. There is a section on tax implications and what you need to know about Italian tax residency, and expert recommendations on who this program is ideal for and who should consider alternatives. This guide represents months of research and real-world client experience condensed into a clear, actionable pathway you can follow. If you're serious about moving to Italy as a digital nomad, this guide will save you time, prevent costly mistakes, and give you the confidence to make it through the application process. Now, I want to address one thing quickly. This digital nomad visa is a 1-year renewable program. It's an excellent way to live legally in Italy and experience the lifestyle. But it's not a permanent pathway to life in Italy. Those pathways do exist. If permanent residency or your Italian citizenship is what you're ultimately after, you need to start with a consultation. That's a completely different process with different strategies, and we can walk you through the exact possibilities based on your specific situation. The link for the consultations is also in the description. Now, before we wrap, if you're thinking about this program or any international relocation, document preparation is absolutely critical. I've got an entire playlist on document hygiene, apostilles, translations, and organizing your paperwork properly. Check that out after this video, because that knowledge applies to almost every visa and residency program globally. And of course, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss future content on European residency programs, citizenship pathways, and digital nomad opportunities across the world. The right information makes it all possible. I'm Brad with Evolution Expats, and I'll see you in our next video.